Welcome back to Imperium issue 5, where we've got our brand new Primaris Captain. Primaris Captain, which is an exclusive to this magazine. So what we're going to do is we're going to quickly run through the magazine. When we get to the build part in the magazine, we'll have a look at the model. In this issue adds a new hero to the ranks of your Space Marines army, the Primaris Captain. You'll learn all about these bold commanders before building and painting your new model. Then, when the Primaris Captain is ready for battle, you'll plunge straight into an exciting playthrough where you'll learn to use his powerful weapons. Happy hobbying. So we learn a little about the Primaris Captain. Space Marine Captain is responsible for commanding an entire company of his battle brothers. With centuries of battlefield experience, each captain is a strategic genius. So just learn a little bit about his kit. So we've got his laurel around his head, that sort of halo thing. Carries a master-crafted power sword. He has a plasma pistol. He has the iron skull on his shoulder pad. This is awarded for exceptional leadership while in the heat of combat. He's got a cape, obviously. He has marksman's honours hanging from his belt there. These gold-plated shell casings are awarded for accurate shooting. And in the Crux Terminatus, these are borne by veterans of the chapter's first company and officers. So there's his battle record, so we'll fill that in another time. I think I might fill these in, maybe when I get to issue 10, I'll fill them all in, then we'll go through them again, have a bit of a recap. Okay, the tools of war. Whether based aboard a colossal starship or within the looming walls of a fortress monastery, all Space Marine chapters maintain a vast armory stacked high with weapons and armour ready to be unleashed upon the Emperor's foes. Okay, so plenty here, just about the weapons of war. Here really cool actually, lots and lots of different melee weapons. Astartes chain swords, power sword, power axe, thunder hammer, and power fist. Now this is really cool actually, because it's nice to see all this sort of stuff together. I'm actually creating my own chapter at the moment based on Greek Spartans, or the Spartan army. So it's good to see this kind of thing. I'm gonna try and make some sort of chain spear. So effectively probably just chopping the handles off the chainswords and putting a longer hilt on it. But yeah, nice to see this. Very cool. Chain weapons, power weapons, and force weapons. There's that force stave. Should we have a little look at what the differences are? Chain weapons are a common sight in the armies of the Imperium. The adamantine teeth of these weapons are capable of cutting through most materials known to man. The roar of a chain weapon is intimidating indeed. Many foes simply flee in the face of such brutal, devastating instruments of slaughter. Then power weapons are advanced hand-to-hand combat weapons. When activated by the wielder, they project a field of energy that can disrupt solid matter, rendering them capable of cleaving through the thickest of armour. Different forms of power weapon use this energy field in different ways. Power swords and power axes utilise to increase their cutting power, whilst thunder hammers discharge the energy upon impact, increasing the force of the wielder's blows. These weapons allow a Space Marine to go toe-to-toe with much larger, stronger foes. And then force weapons are psychically attuned close combat weapons that act as a focus or amplifier of a psyker's power. Amongst the Space Marines, force weapons are wielded by librarians, psychic warriors who can harness the chaotic energies of the warp. The librarian can channel his psychic might to a force weapon and empower its strikes. A force weapon in the hands of a librarian is capable of felling all but the strongest of foes. Cool. Now we've got war zones. The War for Ramesses. Megaria. The moon known as Megaria orbits the gas giant Galantha. the largest planet in the Rasmus system. For generations, this desolate, dusty rock has been host to the majority of Rasmus heavy industry. Since the Necron invasion, however, the moon refineries have fallen silent. Okay. Fair amount of information about that. Then we've got Heart of the Storm. Let's look, yes, this is a new story. From their lair deep within the warp, the bloodthirsty Crimson Slaughter have emerged to strike at the Imperium. In their path stands the Fulminators, a chapter of Primaris Space Marines. Beneath the spires of the shrine world Timea's Pride, loyalist and traitor clash in the midst of a violent storm. Okay, looks pretty cool. Right, Primaris Captain. So we get to use a new toy this week. So those of you who are collecting online, this is the first model you've actually needed to use glue for. So the first 4 issues were all push fits, and this one is the first one as well. Now they were all push fit. Now I don't actually trust push fit. I always glue as well. But here we have him, our brand new captain. Very, very cool model. I've seen him already going for ridiculous sums on eBay, which is disappointing, but you know, it's the way of the world. I actually saw someone in one of the Facebook groups say that a WH Smith, I don't know where it was, had actually sold 100 copies. They received 100 copies and they sold every single one of them to the same person, which is ridiculous. And then we tracked him down on eBay. I think he sold them all now. Absolutely crazy. But yeah, so he looks cool. What paint does he get so far? He just gets a whole bunch of Macragge blue, and then we paint his weapons and a few other bits with the lead belcher we got last week. Okay, playthrough number 5, rallying the troops. With his troops scattered and fully engaged with the Necron foe, the captain in command of the Ultramarines force seeks to rally the Space Marines and ensure the Necron foe is defeated. So, destroy the destroyers. Forge a path. Having been isolated from the rest of his troops during the chaotic fighting beneath Megaria's surface, the Primaris Captain has finally battled his way into the Necron facility. He must now forge a path through the shadowy corridors and locate his soldiers. If he can reunite the survivors, the Captain's leadership skills and martial prowess may turn the tide of battle and send the Necrons fleeing back to the lightless void from whence they came. And then for the Necrons, chop off the head, slay the Captain. Scorpic destroyers are driven only by the desire to slaughter the living. Having been awakened, they stalk the shadows of the Necron facility, hunting for Space Marines to slay. The Necron base's canoptic defenders have detected a lone warrior and transmitted his location to the murderous destroyers, presented with an opportunity to end another life. The insane Necrons close in, blade limbs twitching, and in eager anticipation of the violence to come. Okay, so we've got our data sheets. Let's see how they stack up actually. So the Captain's got a movement of 6, weapon skill of 2 up. He's got 6 wounds with 5 attacks, saves on a 3 up. Now the Scorpic destroyers, 8-inch move, weapon skill is 3 up with 3 wounds. They have 3 attacks and save on a 3 up as well. Armour piercing. Well, here we go. The Primaris Captain, his plasma pistol has got an AP -3. So if he can get enough shots off and has a weapon skill of 2 up, he might be able to take out a few of these before they even get into combat. But having said that, we are on our smaller map. We're on a smaller map from last week, so he's got some work to do if this is gonna go through for him. Interesting. I think I'll probably give this one to the Scorpic destroyers, to be honest. It'll certainly be a close fight. Okay, so that's it. So tomorrow I'll be reviewing the aggressors. So we've got Abaddon Black and 3 aggressors. Let's have a brief look at them. I've actually assembled them already. And I'll tell you something. Those of us who collected Warhammer 40k Conquest will now have 6 aggressors, which is enough to make any Necron tremble. So very cool. These are mean aggressors. So I look forward to going through that tomorrow. So thanks very much for watching, guys. Much appreciated. That was issue 5. A very cool issue. Not a big fan of the playthrough, to be fair. Just the Captain versus some Scorpec destroyers. But I thought we'd utilise a little bit more of what we've collected so far. But it is what it is. So I'll see you tomorrow for issue number 6. Thanks for watching. See ya.